Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Karn Eldrazi ramp on the play for game one. I will keep. Let's play lab. Keep open as many options as possible in case we draw into, let's say, a talisman. Pass. I mean, I guess a talisman doesn't really do much here, but you never know. Pledge Strand, passing, draw, Null Drifter, Temple, pass. Looks like it might be Murktide. I'll hold. And looks like they're passing. Okay, return. Well, I will cast Soin Mycospawn. Unlikely that they have a consigned main, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn will be 7. So let's go Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. And pass. Crack with the Polluted Delta. I imagine for a counterspell. Breeding Pool. Well, that's unexpected. Could be the Neoform version of Sultai Frog, basically. Normally that's paired with Oculus. Sporific Springs, tapped. Paying cost for a Tarmogoyf. What? My only reaction to that. What? Fascinating. Oh, I will cast Null Drifter. Draw 2. There's Ugin. That will be a clean way to deal with Goyf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No reason to imprint then. Huh. Sultai Goyf. I mean, yeah, this is fine by me. Let's see what you got. It's clearly bait. Or not. What? Bowmaster? Okay, kind of bait. But also not. I'm fine with this. Writhing Chrysalis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to go lab. Lab imprint Drifter. Writhing Chrysalis. Red, green. Eldrazi. Trigger 1, always yield. Trigger 2. Cast Ugin. Ugin target Bowmaster. Do you have a force? Okay, gets rid of the Murktide, that's fine. Still gets rid of the Bowmaster, we'll pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're short on the Emrakul, so we'll go Drift next turn if nothing else. So you have a Fatal Push. Understood. I mean, forcing you to cast on your turn is good for me. Fatal Push. Yep. Paying cost for. looks like a Murktide. A 6/6 Murktide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll just return Null Drift to hand. Play the Forest. Cast Null Drift. Draw 2. K command. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will pass. Let's see what they play, and then we can kind of go from there. I'll block. Okay. I guess the question is with this command whether or not we want to play around a force. Probably right to do so. Blue to Delta, fetch. Watergrave Shock for Thoughtseize. Preordain. Preordain's fine. Zero top, 2 bottom, end step. Let us scry draw. I'm looking for a 7-mana value spell, another temple. Ghost Quarters actually okay here. Windswept Heath also works. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So Windswept Heath, fetch. I'll go with a Stomping Grounds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Return Emrakul to hand. So short of a Subtlety, you'll have to deal with this Emrakul. Our turn, comrade. Force Negation, Preordain, and a Swamp. To the land. So in that case, I'll cast the Preordain and hold up the Force. Cast the Force, target the Preordain. And then we'll go to combat. Combat. And block. And pass. Alright, lethal's on board. 2 lands in hand. What's your last card? Short of an Edict effect, that is a win. This is Murktide. Win for game 1. Let's move on to game 2. For Murktide, we bring in Dismember. And we cut Karn. And then run it back. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else, but I don't believe so. Yeah, I've been using play data to try and figure out the sideboard a little bit better. And it's been a task. It has been a task. Opponent's going to be bringing in Consigned Memory, Harbinger, all that fun stuff. Well, we can play around it accordingly. I did have a moment earlier thinking I was going to cut Dismember entirely from the sideboard, but as I started looking at the play data more and more, I started realizing Dismember actually does have some use cases. Murktide is one of them. Before it looked like Dismember was just kind of bad overall. Surprisingly, not actually the case. It does actually have some pretty good uses in some specific matchups. I'll keep. Worst case scenario here is a force on the sprawl. We go Wooded Foothill, fetch, forest, cast Sprawl, red, temple, cast Chrysalis. There might be an argument for going cast Mycospawn to try and find a Cavernous Souls, but abundance goes down to 6. Mulligan's down to 5. Well, that puts us in a pretty commanding position, methinks. Polluted Delta. Passing. Draw. K command, another solid spell. We could actually use that instead of the Writhing Chrysalis as a permission spell. Might not be a bad idea to do so on 2. Scouting Tarntard off the sewers. Island for Froge. Tis a Froge. I mean, with 3 cards in hand, I think we force check here. The alternative is that since they're already tapped out, actually the better, probably safer play is just to play the Writhing Chrysalis. And pass. They can pump that up to a 5/6 as of right now if they want to pitch their hand. I mean, I'll snap block and I'll play that game because if they want to go that direction, we then can freely K command it. So that is fine by me. What are you thinking here, opponents? I mean, I think they're thinking about whether or not they're willing to pitch their hand to fight this war. I mean, definitely not now. So, let's see. We could start with the Rumble and see if that elicits a response. You have a counterspell. No. I'll go Lab then. Play Lab. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll tuck the Breaker. And at that point, we'll just hold and use this command as a permission spell. If it does get countered, we'll be able to cast the Emrakul regardless. 4 in hand. Land for turn. Tarmogoyf is fine. End step. Cast command. X equals 2. Let's see if we're willing to give me the frog. Done. again, using this as a permission spell. If it gets countered, that's fine, because then we can cast the Emrakul without issue. If it doesn't get countered, that's fine, we get rid of a frog, right? And then if it doesn't get countered, we just cast the Soin Megaspawn, consign, perfect. Another command. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I think what I'm going to do is this instead. I think I'm in a pretty comfortable position. So I'm going to kick the sewers. And I'm going to go Cavernous Souls and name Eldrazi. I was thinking about Bajuga Bog for the Tarmogoyf, but I'm not exactly hard pressed. We can K command here, actually. Interesting thought. Do I want a K command? No, I think we're good just holding back. And hold the K command. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So short of a Harbinger, which I think is another reason why we should hold the K command, we can cast the Emrakul and guarantee that it resolves. I mean, I'll just take the 5. I'm not exactly hard pressed. Pitch the frog, or pitch a card, grow the frog. So this feels like a Murktide, and if that's the case, then we're golden. Yep, it is a Murktide. We pass. Temple. 4, 5, 6. And no reason to make it uncounterable because we're in the clear. It is an Emrakul. Our turn, comrade. Draw a card. Tis a Scouting Tarn. And let's go to combat, shall we? So let's see, that'll be a 5/6. We can easily grow this. How big do we want to grow it? I guess. Oh, I don't have priority. Is that what I'm being told? Play the Scouting Tarn. Fetch the Scouting Tarn. Could Hedge Maze set up the next draw. I'm not exactly too worried about that. Hedge Maze. Trigger. And yes. Murktide. I mean, you can't play it, right? Well, I guess you will be able to play it. Put to yard. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Go to blocks. Block. Block. And block. I'm actually going to Ghost Quarter a Breeding Pool. No. I'm gonna exile your yard now. Give it flying, and pass. And pass. And opponent scoops it up. Alright, solid win against Murktide. We'll be back for match 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. Scowling Tarn Fetch, Blood Crypt Shock, could be Hollow One potentially. I mean, they should probably take the command in the grand scheme of things. Yep. Tis the right choice. Forest, Utopia Sprawl for red, and pass. And pass. Well, this way we can play the Temple, play Mycospawn, grab Lab, and then cast Talisman. Double Persist. The Jukabog. Cast the Mycospawn. Lab Imprint, Ugin, Resolve. Cast Talisman and pass. Alright, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can theoretically play everything in our deck short of a Emrakul. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, we're short. There's an Emperor Bones. Psychic Frog. Could just be Reanimator, question mark. I'm gonna hold up the red in case we find a Writhing Chris. Yeah. Rumble. Pay the 1. Hello. Speak of Writhing Chrysalis. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna go Null Drifter though. Try and dig a bit deeper. Name Eldrazi. And Null Drift, you pay the land for turn. K return's good. And so kind of looking like Reanimator at a glance. And passing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're unfortunately short on the Ugin. Bloodstained Mire, Fetch, Swamp, and Oculus. I can at least sweep the Manifest creature with the return. If we draw into another 7-mana value spell, then that will be good as well. Abhorrent Oculus, trigger. Sanctum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And next turn we will be able to. I will cast Talisman of Impulse. And then Jukabog, target you. I'll hold the K return. And I'm kind of tempted to attack into the Null Drifter, but I think maybe holding the K return is better. Two Farfroge. The combat. End step. Cast K return. Alright. Return Ugin to hand. And opponent scoops it up. So this looks like Reanimator. Alright, let's move on to game 2. I'm thinking 2 Dismembers looking good here. Cut to Karn and call it. Yeah, let's run it like that. On the draw for game 2. Yeah, this kind of feels like a whole lot of nothing, right? The only way that we have a castable on turn 2 is we draw into a Talisman, which is only 4 hits. I guess we could also find Rumble, which is another 3, so 7. Alright, that's a bit more tempting. Bloodstained Mire, fetch, turn 1 Thoughtseize, Watergrave Shock, and Thoughtseize. I mean, there's no great choice here. I'd say Writhing Chrysalis is probably your better choice since it is a ramp. Yep. Draw. Speaking of Rumble, we'll go Hedge Maze, guarantee Rumble next turn unless it gets Thoughtseized or countered. Temple Top, and pass, and pass. Otherworldly Gaze, Surveil. Double Unearth. Theater Top, and pass. Ugin Lab. Imprint. I'm going to say Worldbreaker. Malevolent Rumble. Do you have a force? No force. You could kick Mycospawn next turn, but Jukabog. I do like that thought. Go Mycospawn and pass. 4 types in yard. And hold in case of a Bowmaster. Yeah, if they don't have... That's fine. I guess it does start trimming down our types in yard. Probably take the Talisman of the Rumble here. Yep. Either red source, I wonder. K return, solid. Do we want to go after the red source? I'm just trying to think of what it's for. We'll go after the Watergrave. Is there only blue source? Do we have a consign? If so, what do you consign? Probably the exile trigger. 3, we'll say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we might just go lab and tuck the Emrakul, honestly. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A land would get us to Ugin. Lab, imprint, Emrakul, and pass. And pass. Regardless, we'll be able to play the Sire's 7 Deaths next turn. Rather, cast. Watery Grave Shock. Shock to 13. Oh, that's right. Faithless Looting. Forgot about that. Psychic Frog. Emperor Bones. There's the Talisman. And draw. Stomping Grounds. Sire's 7 Deaths are Ugin. Stomping Ground, Shock. Ugin. Ugin trigger, target bones. Do you have a consigned memory? Unfortunate. No attacks. And pass. On the bright side, this means that they're not going to be able to hit Sire 7 Deaths with bones. And at least we can then resolve a Sire next turn, potentially. What say you, opponent? Emperor Bones targets Ugin. Reducing types in yard. And draw. Dismember. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have another consign. You do not. I'll pass. Actually, we can go attacking. See if you want to attempt to adapt, I suppose. No? That's fine. Down to 10. Lethal's on board then. 2. Gaze. Flashback. No reason to dismember right now. An Oculus in yard. So they could unearth it. I guess persist it as well. 3 for an Oculus. Yep. Go to combat. Emperor Bones targets. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and dismember now. And pass. I'll cast Kozilek's Return on my turn, see if they have a force. If not, we have lethal on board for the win. And Bone scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid to a win against Reanimator. We'll be back for match 3. And we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. I'd love a green source. I mean, we have 9, 13 hits. I'll keep it. Not to mention, we also can find ourselves with, let's say, a Kozilek's command. Allowing us to play Drifter on 3. Misty Rain, passing, and draw. There's our Talisman. Play the Temple, cast the Talisman. Does it resolve? I'm hoping that we don't see a Spell Snare. We do not. Good stuff. Rumble. Rumble resolves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I'm tempted to go with the Ugin regardless. Yeah, let's go with the Ugin. And then pass. And pass. So next turn we can cast the Null Drifter. As long as the spawn doesn't die. Hedge Maze. And hold. Misty Rain. Fetch. Hollowed Fountain. Can't think of what would be playing Bant. Oh, son of a... As soon as the words came out of my mouth of, I can't think of what would be playing Bant, yeah, it came to mind real quick. I'll let them go off. I mean, there's like a slim chance in hell. Oh. That's not good. Terastodon? Atroxa. Okay. Interesting. Huh. I'm not dead. They do have another Neoform. Interesting. I mean, I guess they could Pact, but like, yeah, I'm not... Why would they go Galta? Why not Grizzlebrand? Because then Grizzlebrand could just do its own thing. 3, 4, 5. So unless we draw into a temple, we can Ugin. We can get rid of things. Choose Neoform, call Misty Rain, Atroxa. Huh. Interesting. Well, as return can't sweep, we could Writhing Chrysalis. I think I'll Null Drift though. Let's go Verdant Catacombs. Yes. Fetch. Down to 16 feels... Oh, they can do it again next turn, can't they? Yeah, I just realized because they had the Pact. Oh no, they didn't take the Pact, they took the call. Go Forest. Cast Null Drifter. At least this way, we have a flying blocker. Yeah, draw 2. Fortunately, the return won't do much. No. And pass 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess the Writhing Chrysalis may have been a good option, because I would have had a reach blocker. And then we could have played the Ugin next turn. Yeah, maybe in retrospect, the Writhing Chrysalis was the right move. It would put us down to 16, down to 15, though. Which would have been a bit dicey, methinks. I don't know. I'm starting to maybe regret that line. Yeah, because I guess the question then is, like, what was I hoping to find off of Drifter? That would have theoretically helped me. There ain't much. I guess Emrakul, maybe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're still short is the problem. Yeah, I think maybe in retrospect going Chrysalis would have been right. Because then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 the following turn. On block. Fetch the Misty Rain. And I'm down to 5. I don't foresee me having a way out, is the problem. Yeah. Like I said, in retrospect, I think going Writhing Chris would have been correct. Because we would have been able to block the truck, so still take the 13 as we did, then have enough for Ugin to get rid of the Ghalta. Eldritch Evolution, what? Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind, did not matter. It did not matter. Not in the slightest. We can see. Alright, so this is Neobrand. Lost for game 1. Oh boy. I don't think I've won a single match against Neobrand. Trinisphere. Stonebrain Chalice. Cut. Return. Gemstone Bog? Yeah, probably. Like, we just need to delay them long enough for us to be able to do something. Or I was Stonebrain fast enough to just strip Neoform out. Now, the Eldritch Evolution doesn't really stop them necessarily, though. On the play for game 2. I'll keep. They kept 7, that's frightening. And pass. The thing is, if they have it correctly, they can just win on 2. Archive, surveil. It's a land into yard, which means they have the land for the Neoform. They're looking for something specific. Maybe the Neoform, maybe the Rider. Freyalise Bolt. Pact. Yikes. There's the Rider. I mean, they have to win now. There's the Neoform. Short of a Warping Well, it's uninterruptible. There's the Ghalta. So this version seems to really prioritize Ghalta. I guess it didn't matter since they had the Grizzlebrand. Force of Vigor. There's a Consign to Memory, so we'll take Consign. Okay, I might... No, I guess with Replicate. Neoform Consign. Okay, I have an idea. If we can deal with the Consign, we can win, right? End step. K command. Ramp Scry Draw. If we find Stonebrain, rip Consign from the hand. Then Refine. Or Trinisphere even. So neither of these. No Sprawl, no Ghost Quarter, draw. Chalice does not work because they can replicate is the problem. I forget if they have interaction enough to deal with Sire. I don't think so. Yeah, because they can consign the pack trigger around the chalice, because they can replicate one. So that's not a solution, unfortunately. Our brain is in the deck, not to mention we want to be able to cast it and activate it with Karn. Can I liquid metal before it goes on the stack? No, right? I don't think I have an opportunity because it's on upkeep. Yeah, at the beginning of the upkeep. If it was the beginning of main phase, then yes. But because beginning of upkeep, then no. Not to mention I don't have enough for that plus liquid metal. So I think the only option I have is the cast Sire 7 deaths. And hope that's enough to where he might be okay. Pass. Of course, they could dig with Giltspire to try and find Pact and Negation, but then they wouldn't have enough. I guess no, they could because they could replicate. Alright. There's Pact. They'll consign. Yep. Main phase gemstone. I mean, if they can neoform into a Terastodon, because is it less than equal to 1 plus? No, so I don't think they can Terastodon. I'll take the 13 down to 7. So this doesn't seem like it's the combo kill version with Sorin. It's mainly just trying to get Galta and then a few other card advantage creatures, right? The problem is that I'm dead to Galta next turn. So what do I do about that? It's not like I have Bridge. If I had Bridge, then sure, but I don't. Paying cost? Oh, okay. Well, that's rude. Not like I was gonna do anything anyways. If I attack, they double block, I'll kill, let's say, the Giltspire, sure. But then I take 20 when I'm at 14. We have no castables, or more accurately, we cannot cast anything. So I will concede at this point. No reason to proceed. Alright, well, not exactly a surprising result. This matchup is just... I'm not sure what matchups are good in Neobrand. I guess Murktide and Control, but those aren't heavily played archetypes right now. So, could be why we're seeing more Neobrand and something to consider as the meta continues to develop. But, that said, we'll be back for match 4. Alright, and we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. So, I mean, if it's into an aggressive matchup, we do have a turn 3 return into a Null Drifter to follow up. I'll keep it. It's a little bit awkward, to be completely honest, but we can make it work. On the play, I feel a bit more confident. Opponent goes down to 5 very aggressively, so it makes me feel like it could be combo, which does make me a little bit worried that we took a hand that's better into aggro. Now, mind you, aggro's like 30 some odd % of the meta right now, so I feel like it was a fair guess for me to go towards an aggro game plan, but we'll have to see. I will Breeding Pool tapped and pass. And pass. Windswept Teeth. Passing. Emrakul. Misty Rainforest. Pass. Windswept Teeth. Fetch for Hedge Maze. Don't tell me it's Neobrand again. Oh, son of a... Oh, shit. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm doubtful that this is Titan. And so the only thing in my mind that plays Pact in this instance would be Neobrand. So if you see 2 back-to-back matches of Neobrand, I mean, there's not much I can do. I want to say someone posted on Twitter and other socials about a new Neobrand version. I'm going to guess that this might be it. Pact. Oh, you gotta be joking. So I need to find a way so that they cannot pay for the Pact. There's the rider. It's Neobrand. I mean, so if Neobrand becomes a thing, for the record, they messed up here. If I had the mana for a K return, we could have killed that Allosaurus rider. So they almost messed up. They should have fetched first, then played, because then I would have had, at no point in time, priority to do anything. There's Grizzlebrand. Since they went for a Grizzlebrand first, this might be the Sorin version. Or not. Fetch for Stomping Grounds tapped. I'm so dead. They need to consign. Temple. I mean, yeah, we can play Temple. Hold up the K command. Pack trigger. So now you need to consign to memory. Do you have consign? Yes. Okay. Seven, 10, short 3 on the Emrakul. Go to combat, hit me for 8 down to 11. I'm not dead yet. Keywords. Draw 7 to 14. Gemstone Mine. Draw 7 to 3. 20 cards in hand. What we thinking here, opponent? Why'd you dig so deep? I guess maybe to find another consign. Maybe we should have consigned. Maybe we should have cast command earlier. Another Allosaurus rider. No opportunity to interact. Another Allosaurus Rider. Okay, maybe they're not trying to Neoform. Is it another Allosaurus Rider? No, it's Neoform. Oh, it's Birthing Ritual. Right. So maybe Brain doesn't really do as much. I guess if we can get Brain early out enough that they... I guess we can strip out Allosaurus Rider. That would work. It'd have to be on the play, double lab, basically. Or lab, talisman, land, brain. Yeah. What you find? Frailise. Okay, do you sack a creature? Up to 7. I will command X equals 2. And done. There's a Cyrus 7 deaths for what it's worth. Is that what you want, though? I mean, we can play it, don't get me wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think Sire's enough. I feel like I need to Ugin this Grizzlebrand to death. Hear that, or somehow get to Emrakul. I'm gonna go bottom. That's not what I wanted. Lab would be good. If we can go to lab, then we can cast an Ugin. 3, 9, 10, 3 short. I'll also take a Malevolent Rumble. Because it's mana neutral and we just need to hit 3 types out of the 4. Which isn't outside the realm possibility. I'm still pitching cards. What you get for being greedy. I mean, if I can Emrakul, I just win, right? Because I activate Grizzlebrand. And that's it. Opponent's still pitching. Okay. Draw. Lab. Rumble. Oh. Okay. Any reason to hold up any colors? I don't think so. Rumble. I mean, we take the land, there's already a land and yard. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Son of a short one. Yeah, we missed one type. Now what? Now what? Hope we survive a turn? Yeah, I guess that's kind of it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. Alright, let's hope we survive a turn. And pass. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Casting. Hooting Mandrills. Okay. Casting. Neoform? Neoform. Terastodon? Atrox is fine. Yeah, that is all okay by me. So I'm okay with this. I now just need a way to kill them next turn. Breeding pool. We have to block the Frail Lease. Go to blocks. Down to 13. Or up to 13, down to 3. Birthing Writ. And I guess they could have another consign. In fact, they probably do have another consign for the Emrakul. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If this counter the Ugin proper, I just lose. If they have the if they have the consign, I lose no matter what I play here, right? Because Ugin, I exile the Grizzlebrand. They counter the Planeswalker, and I can't then exile the Troxa by 0 into Null Drift, right? If I cast the Emrakul, I think I just have to cast the Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1. It is an Emrakul. Do you have consign? If you don't, you should dig 7 cards deeper. But I'm doubtful you just play 1 consign. That would be absurd. Right? Yeah, that'd be absurd. Yeah, if we were 1 turn sooner while their shields were down, we would have been okay. But now that means that we die to a Troxa. Alright, I shall concede. And that is a loss for game 1. Game 2. Game 1. Alright, on the play. So bring in Stonebrain, Trinispheres, and Chalice. Cut the returns. Cut the Gemstone and the Bog. Run it back. Yeah, if we had that Emrakul 1 turn sooner, we could have killed them. Damn. On the play for game 2. I mean, yeah, we have Temple, but then what? I think we mulligan this. I'll keep this one. Drop the Sanctum of Ugin. Yes. No, or drop Chrysalis. We drop Chrysalis. The casting window in Chrysalis right now is a bit awkward because we really do want to go Rumble on 2. Red or blue? Probably blue. Pass. And pass. Hedge Maze. A Trinisphere would give us a turn. We could rumble over that. If we draw into Stonebrain, that would be better. We get rid of Allosaurus Rider. Keeps it on top. Draw. Cyrus 7 Deaths is not it. Rumble. Yeah, like I said, Transfer gives us a turn. And pass. Next turn I can Null Drift. and draw 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Opponent scooped. Wild, but I'll take it. Alright, let's try it again. Bring back in the gemstone. And cut the ghost quarter. Run it back. Alright, so we desperately basically need gemstone. If we can go gemstone, lab, into Trinisphere, we might get somewhere. Damn, so close. I mean, we have how many lands? We are right now on 21, so and none of them are tapped. No, one of them is tapped. 21, 20, 19. 19, it's off the top. I mean, if they don't have a turn 2, we have Trinisphere. Let's try it. Not liking it, but we'll try it. Pass, draw, land. Talk the Emrakul. Pass. Misty Rain. Alright, do you have the turn 2 Neoform? Misty Rain. Hollow Fountain Shock. Do you have the Allosaurus Rider? Yes. Go for a Troxa. I guess you could go for a Grizzlebrand, yeah. Grizzlebrand's probably a bit better here. Unless you have creatures in hand for Ghalta, but I don't think you do. I guess you could, you have 2 cards in hand. Well, these Trinispheres feel a bit silly now. Yeah, I don't know how to approach this matchup. Like, on the play, the Trinisphere worked, but, yeah. I guess, like, Disruptor Flute could be useful. Name Neoform, make it tax it for 3 extra mana, but we don't run Flute. Rude. That is rude. Is it up to 3? It's up to 3, but they don't care. They'll return. Yeah, I mean, this is 16 damage on board, and I have no lands. I mean, yeah, we just lose. Hey, look at that, a land. I mean, we block or we block. We'll take 6. Yeah, we'll just concede here. There's not much I can do. Not much I can do about that. Yeah, sure to be on the play. I mean, you have to be on the play and then win your game 1 somehow. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we'll be back for match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5. On the draw for game 1, we're going to mulligan this. I'll keep this. Pitching what, though? I'll pitch the Writhing Chris, I think. You could pitch Karn, though. We need a red source for Chrysalis. Wouldn't be impossible to find one off the Rumble. I think I still pitch the Chrysalis. And pass. We'll go Hedge Maze, Trigger, Surveil, Lab, Emrakul, cast Rumble. Burning Catacombs, passing, draw. forest. In that case, we're going to go Ugin Lab, Imprint Emrakul. The reason there being is because this now opens us up to a K command X2 on 2 in the instance that we draw into a temple. And pass. Imagine the effect of the Verdant Cat. There's the Verdant Cat. Surveil trigger for what? Temple Garden. Oh. Samwise combo? For some reason, I have a sneaking suspicion that this is going to be Samwise. Overrun Tomb, yeah, the colors are lining up. Sam, Voice of Resurgence. Not Sam. Interesting. During your turn. Draw. Forest. Malevolent Rumble. Voice of Resurgence. We could set up Sire's 7 Deaths. Yeah, let's set up for Sire's 7 Deaths. It also means that if we draw into another lab, we have a bigger K command. Just trying to keep our options open here. Question becomes whether or not we play Karn next turn or hold up the K command. Voice of Resurgence is interesting. Forest. Thankfully, I don't think they can combo kill me this turn if it is Sam combo. Hit me for 2, that's fine. The 18. Thoughtseize? I feel like you would have cast that a lot earlier. Fatal Push. Rude. Float. We'll still have a command X2 next turn. And passing. Weird. Could rumble, but they could win next turn if we do. So I think it's better for me to simply go Gemstone, hold up K command and pass. Two. Felia. What? Thinking it's not Sam combo anymore, friends. I will exile Felia. No doggos. Not allowed. And pass. What am I playing against? Selesnya Company? No, I mean, it'd be Abzan Company. Maybe. Land. Hit me for 2. If we don't draw into a land, we'll just rumble. Try and set up for Emrakul. Down to 16. Green, green, green. What? Huh. Prime Speaker Vanifar? What is this? Okay. It's a Siege Rhino. That was unexpected. Yeah, Windswept Heath fetch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You want to go Stomping Ground in case we find another Writhing Chris and a return, I suppose, right? Shock. Huh. Pass. Fascinating. Siege Rhino. I guess though they could flicker the Rhino. Yeah, I guess. Wait, are you gonna Ephem the Rhino? Huh. Down to 7. Rebound. Down to 4. 1 card, 2 card in hand. Do you have another Ephem? No, it wouldn't kill me. You'd need 2. No attacks. Draw. Go to combat. Attack. No blocks. To 11. Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go Null Drifter. 5 types in Yard. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hedge Maze. Talisman to Yard. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So next turn we do have Emrakul. Huh. I mean, how do they get through Noble? Man, this feels like a throwback to an age long since past. Return Emrakul to hand. Our turn, comrade. And opponent scoops it up. Mid-range? Question mark? I'm not sure how to classify this. This one's interesting. I'm gonna bring in Consign. Maybe Dismember. Cutting some number of Karn. You didn't see any manland, oh, not manlands, MDFCs. Maybe Bog and Ghost Quarter is fine. And then last one, go with a World Break. Yeah, this seems fine. I guess I could actually keep the World Break, cut the Karn, and then run it back. Did I get there in time? I don't think I did. Well, maybe. Maybe we were faster than Moto. We were. Alright, yeah, I think cutting the Karn is fine. Alright. On the draw for game 2. Abzan Blink. I'll keep this. It's a weird one. 3 temps. And I think we go temp, Stomping Ground, Shock, Rumble, hold up Dismember, Verge, Hierarch. Do we bolt the bird? I think we bolt the bird. Draw, temp, Dismember, pass. And pass. Oh, Windswept Teeth. Fetching for Temple Garden. Shock. Birthing Ritual. Voice of Resurgence? Voice of Resurgence. Okay. Draw. Okay, return. I think we go Stomping Ground, Shock, Rumble. Sire is appealing. We'll grab Sire. It seemed like they were having a pretty hard time dealing with that last time. Hold. And hold. Do you have another Eldritch Evolution? Fetch with the Windswept Teeth. Okay. Shock a Temple Garden. Alright. Got a text and a 12. I'll take it. And yeah, it looks like an Eldritch Evolution for a Siege Rhino. Fascinating. Right? No? Voice Resurgence. Okay. That's fine. Another Sire. Play Temple. I do wonder if maybe we should K return. You can do it on their turn. I'll sweep the voice plus their token, so I'm not too worried there. And then we can sweep again when we cast the Sire. That seems reasonable enough. See if they play anything main phase before we do. The combat. Maybe we just hold. Like, we'll take the... Well, if we take the 4 down to 8, they Siege Rhino, and then flicker it. Let's go to combat. I will block. Sack. K return. Pass. You'll make your dudes. there'll be 4/4s. But then the voices will die, sweeping the down it to 2. Yes, perfect. Okay. And like I said, we can sweep again next turn with the Sire. Passing. Okay. Chrysalis. Could play Chrysalis, but I think we just go Sire, 7 deaths. Do I want to sweep is the next question. I think I do. Yes. Pass. This way if they Thelia... I mean, if they Thelia and Flicker, I'd be kind of okay with that. Seven, 8. Opponent's passing. Why pass? You really have no playables? Huh. That seems off. Solitude. Exiling the Thelia. Ward. We'll pay the ward. I'll gain 7. I guess I could have played the Misty Rainforest first. That way I could have held up the Consign. Probably would have been correct. But we got another Sire on board. So, a slight misplay on my part. Probably more accurately missequence. Should have played the Misty Rainforest. Should have attacked. The Exile. We Misty Rainforest fetch for a breeding pool. Consign. And that would have allowed us to then play the second Sire. Have 2 on board. Actually, oh, you know what would have been great? We actually could have won. And looks like opponent has disconnected. I have a feeling that it's more or less a concession. But what I should have done, and I didn't think about until now, is that if I had played the Misty Rain and fetched for the breeding pool, I could have first allowed them to pay for the ward cost and then countered the trigger. They would have been down to 7, my Sire 7 that's still attacking, and it would have been lethal damage. We also then, if they had, let's say, another one, would have been able to play, you know, the next Solitude. Oh, it's not next Solitude, the next Sire 7 deaths. So, yeah, we did have a game-winning line, but because I did not play the Misty, I did lose out on that line. Overall, I think unless I have like a Rumble or something to do in second main phase, for most part I should be playing a land in main phase 1. It's a habit that I should get. I already should have instilled in me, but for some reason I don't. But it does look like opponent is disconnected. I imagine they're going to continue to be disconnected until they either lose connection entirely and lose match, or that we're going to have to wait for their timer to time out in the next 13 minutes. So I'm going to pause the recording here, and we'll be back either for the wrap-up or for the end of this match. Alright, and we're back with the wrap-up. So 2-0 victory for match 5 against, I'm going to say Abzan Midrange. Definitely felt like a throwback to a time long past. But overall, solid league. to a win against Murktide, to a win against Reanimator, to a win against this mid-range deck. Our only losses coming from Neobrand, which, like I said, short of Warping Whale, I mean, we don't have much in a way to interact with them. Yeah, unfortunate, but it is what it is. Sometimes you win some, sometimes lose some. Hopefully the meta is aggressive enough to where Neobrand doesn't become like the next big scam deck, because that would suck to lose a lot of rounds, whether it be in challenges or otherwise, to Neobrand. I'm not sure how popular it's been. It's definitely not within top 1%, but well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Regardless, could be interesting. Could force the meta to adjust accordingly, because I don't imagine even Prowess can really deal with it all too effectively. Maybe it could. No, because they can't, once again, they can't interact with the rider if they hold priority. So, yeah, no. I mean, there's just really no good way to interact with it short of having Spell Snare, counter spells, not even Force. Yeah, so like it requires blue of some form. So either that or, like I said, Warping Whale, but I mean, I don't foresee us having any room for Warping Whale anytime soon, at least not in the Karn version. Non-Karn versions, I mean, I could see maybe cutting some number of brains for Warping Whales. Could be applicable. Stone Brain, kind of meh. We'll see, though. Like I said, I'm doubtful that it's going to take off, but the times we do run into it, it definitely is a bit of a beating. But that being said, that there will be the end of today's video. As always, if you guys did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. It is always appreciated. For as much as I hope that you'll learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button, as we're getting closer and closer to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers. At which point, we'll be able to begin monetizing my videos and saving up towards a streaming PC. That way I can stream live over on Twitch. In the meantime, though, if you do want to support me monetarily, you can do so over my Patreon, where you can get early access to my videos and any updates I make to my deck guides or sideboard guides. With that being said, I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!